welcome back to my channel, Home Sweet Classroom. Thank you so much for coming by and visiting me and supporting me in my teaching journey. I am a second grade teacher and I am currently teaching overseas serving military children. And in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys some classroom management tools that I am currently using in my classroom and are working fantastically. So I thought I'd share it with you guys and see if you can gain some inspiration and motivation and any ideas you can carry along with you in your classroom. So let's go ahead and dive right in and let me tell you more about it. So first of all, I want to point out that I am a second grade teacher and you can definitely improvise and change things to fit your students and your grade level. Any of these ideas will fit and modify for any grade level. So I really want to encourage you to go ahead and listen to my ideas and see if they work in your classroom. I know for sure that I've used these in 4th grade as well last year, and they worked really well for my 4th graders. So it's kind of like, it kind of depends on what you want your environment of your classroom to feel like and what do you want it to sound like. So let me go ahead and get started and share with you what my ideas are and what I use in my classroom. So the very first thing I use is Dojo. In my classroom, I have a behavior management system of using points in Dojo. Now with Dojo, let me go back a little bit and mention that I do not use a clip system. So my Dojo is essentially my behavior management, and my students earn points by good behavior, coming to class on time. I give points as well for respecting other space and participation. I also give points for just showing and being a good classmate, a good friend, because in my classroom we're all a big class family. The way I give points in my classroom is using golden tickets. So these are my golden tickets and they're just yellow paper, but I call them golden tickets. And I've just created these tickets and they say golden ticket on them, and I give these out all day, every day throughout the day, and I give them for different purposes during the day. I give them for good behavior, like I mentioned. I give them for participation, doing excellent and above and beyond work, wow writing in the morning when they come in, doing just things that they're supposed to be throughout the day, and it really encourages them and motivates them to keep doing those things. So it's really nice to see them so motivated to do well in the classroom and to keep doing the best that they can and throughout the day. So I give out these golden tickets for my students throughout the day, and then they earn them, and at the end of the day they count their tickets. Now on my Dojo, I put the Dojo and display it up in the classroom, and I give my students, they count their points and they select their points and add them to their avatar, and this really helps my parents see like how much they're working toward in the classroom and doing all of those things and that we promised at the beginning of the year. So it's not only a classroom thing, it also reaches out to parents and for them to be able to see how their behavior is in the classroom. So on top of the behavior points, the way I work the system out, and I did adopt this system from One Happy Classroom, so go check her out. And I did it a little different last year, and you're more than welcome to do in any way you would like, but the way I did mine last year is different from this year just because I really liked the change, because I was going from 4th to 2nd, so it fit a little bit better for my 2nd graders. So the way I do it is at the end of the day, my students have to have at least 8 to 10 tickets to be able to participate in STEM bins. And my STEM bins, if you haven't seen it, I think I did a video a while back on like setting it up, and it was more of a teacher vlog, but go check out that video if you haven't seen that yet. But I do STEM bins at the end of the day, and it's more of an exploration time. It's recreating, and we're doing more of an exploration and creating time at the end of the day. We only spend about 15 minutes during that STEM bins time, but my students have to have earned 8 to 10 tickets by the end of the day. So I will collect those tickets at the end of the day, and then whatever they have left they can use for the next day. And that is a Monday through Thursday. And at the end of the week on Friday, they need to have if they have 10 tickets, 8 to 10 tickets, automatically they get to pick a prize at the end of the week. We usually don't do STEM bins at the end of the week just because we're getting ready for the weekend and it just seems like the week has caught up to us. So we don't usually get to our STEM bits at the end of the day. But my students will automatically earn a prize if they've earned those tickets, and then I will collect all the tickets for that week because we will start fresh on the next week on the Monday. So throughout the week they're earning tickets, and we're putting them in a dojo, and they can see how many tickets they've earned for that week, and it just kind of is a collection of tickets, and just it's really motivating to see all the tickets they've earned. Now, what happens to those students that don't earn those tickets? Well, those students will either do some enrichment work, reteaching with myself, because it is an intervention time for me, and or they'll do a math center or a reading center, or just read books. There are so many things that they can do and work on. Some of my students just like helping. So it's just really a time for them to catch up, or maybe even reflect on their behavior that day. And the biggest benefit I love about this part in them being able to count their tickets is that they're doing adding and subtracting, and they're doing it all on their own. They're really motivated to count their tickets and figure out how much they need the next day or how much they can keep, and it really motivates them to do math. I really enjoy it, and I say really a lot because it's really nice to see them being able to do it on their own and hold themselves accountable for doing this. And they have to be responsible for their tickets. Now, my number one rule is if you lose tickets or they get lost or you misplace them, that's it, there's no tickets. So they have to be responsible for their things. It's really showing them accountability, and that's something that we really encourage in 2nd grade and throughout elementary, honestly. The way my students the way I hold my tickets is just in this little bin, and I give them throughout the day. If I have pockets, I'll put it in my pocket and I'll give them out. And as soon as they know they get a ticket, they know they have to go and return it or put it in their seat pocket or in their baggies that I gave them. I gave them individual baggies, and I know you could be more creative in making something for their golden tickets, but I just put them in baggies for now, and they put them in their seat pocket. Okay, and my other way, or the next classroom management that I want to show you, is using warm fuzzies. Now, this is a little bit beat up because I used this last year as well, and my students absolutely love this. My warm fuzzies, they're just little poof balls and that we earn throughout the day. Now, the way they earn a warm fuzzy is they have to be kind, they have to be working together, collaborating. They can get a compliment from another teacher, a compliment from myself, a compliment from anyone in the school, and they have to be able to earn that fuzzy by not asking for it. So my rule is if they ask for it, they don't get that warm fuzzy. So as soon as they earn the warm fuzzies, and as you can see in my classroom, I have groups. They're not individual desks, so in their groups, they can also earn warm fuzzies by being kind to one another, doing acts of kindness, working together, and I'll just simply grab a warm fuzz ball, a poof ball, and I'll put it in their bucket for each group. And as you can see there, if you kind of can see, I have a cup there, and each group has a red cup in their tray, and I'll just place the warm fuzzy inside. And at the end of the day, I have a student who collects all the warm fuzzies and puts them into our class jar to earn this prize as a class. So once our warm fuzzies jar is full, then we will have a kindness party and watching a movie or it'll be probably after school activity or having lunch in the classroom. It's just an incentives as a whole class. So this is really fun and really motivating to encourage your students for positive reinforcement in the classroom where we're doing it as a whole group. And it's just really fun seeing your students to grow as a class family and being kind and earning these fuzz balls, because you want your students at the end of the day to be partners with their classmates and to be kind to one another, and it's not just a one effort or one person in the group or in the classroom. So I thought this was really fun, and also adopted this from another classroom. Really great idea, and it just fits really perfect for that elementary school level. And I've seen this used in like with marbles, I've seen it used with other items. The bingo card as well is a really great way, which is something that I'll be doing soon as well. And it's just simply a bingo card where you put, your class has to earn it, and you cover up, and once you get a full card, you call bingo and you get a class prize. So there's so many ways you can adopt classroom management in your classroom. I highly encourage you change it up per quarter, change it up with the season. It really makes your students look forward to working with one another, and it really helps your students into collaborating, and they're not seeing the same things over and over again, because it kind of gets redundant and they just kind of lose interest into the incentive, or just don't really have a connection to it anymore. So changing it up in the season, or even just changing it up whenever you feel like your students need a little bit of a change, is a really great idea. I've seen it used in many ways in many classrooms. So I hope these ideas really helped and encouraged you to reinforce that positive behavior in the classroom, and especially during this time of the year. Beginning of the year is always difficult, and you want to establish that a good foundation for your classroom. So I hope these ideas were encouraging and were also helpful, and you enjoyed this video and seeing what my classroom management looks like in the classroom. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful year. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like the content that you are seeing and being with me in my classroom and my teaching journey. Thank you so much, guys, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe down below. Click the notification bell for future videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.